Hi. So now what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to figure out how many we're going to do I'm going to show you how to do a conversion from moles to molecules. Now remember, a mole is like a dozen. It's like a group of things, and molecules are the things that we're talking about. And molecules are like people. They have like little things that are added together to make who they are. Okay, so we're going to find how many containers or how many molecules are in a certain amount of containers. Okay, so in this case, I've got how many molecules are in 3 moles of CO2. So if I have 3 moles, that's like a bag. I'm pretending that I've got 3 bags that contain many, many little CO2s in them. How many little CO2s would I have in those 3 bags? So I hope that's a little bit clear. So a mole is like a number that we use to measure things that are really, really tiny, and molecules are really tiny, so we're going to talk about them in moles. Okay, so that's the question. All right, so what I'm going to first do is I'm going to start off with what I've been given. And I go, oh, okay, 3 moles of CO2. I draw a line, and then whatever's here, I put down there. So I've got moles here, so I'm going to put mole over there. And what do I know? Well, I learned a while ago that 1 mole, the definition of a mole is that it contains 6 times 10 to the 23 things. Now, what are the things that we're talking about? The things that we're talking about are molecules. So I'm going to say 6 times 10 to the 23 molecules. Now I'm going to do the math. 3 times 6 equals 18 times 10 to the 23rd. This and this go away, and my answer is in molecules. Now, I can't leave it like that because that's actually improper format for scientific notation. So what I need to do is I need to make this number less than 10 and greater than 1. And right now it's 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this number smaller by moving this over 1 step. So now the number's got smaller by a factor of 10. So I made this guy smaller by 1, so I have to make this guy greater or bigger by 1. So now this guy is going to become 24. So my answer is 1.8 times 10 to the 24, because this guy used to be 18 times 10 to the 23rd. Make sense? All right. Now let's try to do another problem. So I'm going to go from molecules down to moles. How many moles are in 1.8 times 10 to the 24 molecules of, let's try to do something, molecules of SO3. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take 1.8 times 10 to the 24. I didn't mean to use the exact same number that I started with on the last problem, but that's cool. Okay, molecules. So I take what's been given to me in the equation, and this is molecules of SO3, and I take this and I ask myself, what do I know about molecules and moles? What's the relationship? Oh yeah, molecules are little things, and they are used in large containers, which we call moles. So I'm going to take molecules and put it down here. And what do I know? I know that there are 6 times 10 to the 23 molecules in 1 mole of SO3. Okay, so now I got this problem. I get here, and if this would be on my test or something, I couldn't use a calculator. What would I do? Well, I know that 6 and 18 go together. I don't really know the relationship between 6 and 1.8, but I do know it for 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this number and I'm going to make it bigger by 1. So I'm going to move the decimal over by one space. So if I move the decimal over here, I make this number bigger by 1, I make this number smaller by 1. So now I've got 18. So I've got 18 here and 6. Now I can do some math. Times 10 to the 23 are going to cancel out. 10 to the 23 divided by 10 to the 23 are going to cancel out and become 1. And 6 can go into 18 3 times. So my answer is 3 moles of SO3. All right. I hope that helped.